We are hovering in a helicopter above New York Harbor and the Manhattan skyline. Join us today as we move uptown for the National Broadcasting Company telecast of the 71st Annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And now, live from famous Herald Square, your hosts, Katie Couric and Willard Scott.
Katie Couric. What is it? Wrong cue card. Thanksgiving in Low Manhattan. Who could ask for more? Welcome to Herald Square, where it's a beautiful 50 degrees. I love it. Definitely parade weather. And just 2.5 miles uptown there, all lined up. They're ready to rock and roll. Giant balloons, marching bands, Katie Couric fans, stars, magical clowns, NBC vice presidents, all right here. And the incomparable, here's Katie Couric.
Thanks, Willard. Good to be with you again this year. Nice to see you, Willard, and happy holidays, everybody. Willard, you look like you're ready to roll, too.
You got it. I'm ready to rock and roll.
You've got to be excited about being a part of this national institution.
You know, this is a long time for me, and I love it. There's only one Macy's parade, and it is a New York American tradition, and our co-host, Al Roker, just the man to help get this magnificent parade off on the right foot.
In fact, Willard, we're just seconds away from the launch of the parade, so let's go uptown where Al Roker is ready to kick off the festivities. Al?
I think I see him. Hi, Albert.
Katie, Willard, happy Thanksgiving. It all starts right here, 77th Street and Central Park West on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Get ready for some big-time excitement. Leading the way, the lady who produces big-time events for Macy's, their Thanksgiving Day diva, Jean McFadden. Jean, this is your 21st parade. How did you do this?
Oh, you can bet with a lot of love and a lot of help from my friends. There are over 4,000 Macy employees who are the balloon handlers, the clowns, every row you can imagine. They are the heart and soul of the place.
What do you say we get this thing on the road?
Absolutely. Let's walk the walk.
Oh, yeah. Are you guys ready downtown?
We can't wait.
All right, Jean. Well, every Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade needs the McFadden touch. You got the carving knife ready?
I got it.
All righty.
Okay.
Here we go.
You gonna help me with the countdown?
You got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a parade! Was that a good one?
That was great.
Live from New York City, the National Broadcasting Company presents its annual telecast of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade with magnificent giant balloons, spectacular floats, the country's finest marching bands, hit Broadway musicals, and entertainment's biggest stars. With your hosts, from NBC's Today Show, America's favorites, Katie Couric, Al Roker, and Willard Scott. The Broadway casts of Chicago, Titanic, Sideshow, Three Corner Symphony, The Sound of Music, Smokey Joe's Cafe, Forever Tango, recording stars, Wynonna, Backstreet Boys, Randy Travis, Tim McGraw, Deborah Gibson, Hip Hop Kids, Beth Nielsen Chapman. From stage and screen, Mary Lou Henner, John Tesh, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. From NBC's News Radio, Vicki Lewis. Saturday Night Live's Daryl Hammond, Al Linden. From Late Night, Andy Richter. Daytime stars, Christian Alfonso, Joseph Barbara, Linda Dano, Joseph Mascalo, Clive Robertson, Susan Ward, Chicago's James Naughton, Peter Pan's Kathy Rigby, Broadway star Liz Calloway, and the sensational Radio City Rockettes. The cast of Sesame Street, the all-new Captain Kangaroo, Shari Lewis, giant character balloons, including the Cat in the Hat, Spider-Man, Garfield, and the debut of Rugrats, Arthur, Bumpy, Miss Petula Pig, and Dr. Seuss's Grinch, with performances from Anastasia and Barney's Great Adventure. And to cap it all off, that holiday superstar, Santa Claus. All coming your way on Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Well, the parade is walking uptown from 77th Street to Herald Square, which is a party waiting to happen right now. 34th Street decorated with hundreds of kids from school choirs across the nation. The group America Sings does everything in a big way. Willard.
I like your hat, and Don Pardo, how nice to have you back. And when they're not performing, they're helping underprivileged kids and the homeless. Their motto to kids who feel that they have no hope, from kids with hope to share. Under the direction of John Jacobson, America Sings is dancing in the streets. Are you ready?
Up next, Janice Huff has more than just her forecast. She's live with the big balloon blow-up for tomorrow's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Happy Thanksgiving tonight in New Canaan, and tomorrow morning in Manhattan, where a parade will wind down Broadway. Macy's 71st Annual Thanksgiving Day Parade gets underway at 9 a.m. sharp at 77th Street and Central Park West. It'll head south to Broadway, and then on to 34th Street and the 7th Avenue Herald Square Performance Area. Right now, the big balloons are coming to life. Janice Huff is at the big blow-up on the Upper West Side. Janice?
Hi, Sue. The fun is beginning up here, that's for sure. Even at this hour of the night, the crowd is huge. Look at all the people over there. Hi, everybody. And the balloons are going up as planned. We've got the Rugrats back here. We've got balloons going up behind us here. This is Sonic, and it's going to be quite a parade, the 71st. And there goes the wind. Oh, my goodness. They're running to catch him. This could pose a problem tomorrow because it is going to be very gusty. We're going to talk with Gene McFadden in a minute about what possibly may go on during the parade with the balloons because of the wind. But the parade will go on. All right, let's check it out. Some people actually have been here all night watching the balloons, and here's what they've had to say.
Really exciting to see all these balloons getting blown up in the process. And it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It's fun.
I like the Grinch and I don't know. I like them all. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like the Cat in the Hat and the Barney, Sonic and the Grinch, and Arthur. I like Spider-Man the best. I would say Spider-Man.
Pretty cold last Thanksgiving. So I think this Thanksgiving we're going to watch it on TV.
Yeah, and one of them just got away from us almost over here, Gene. Gene McFadden of Macy's, the producer and director of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This is going to be some parade. Hopefully the wind is not going to be a big problem.
Absolutely. We hope the wind's going to go down, but we've got great balloon flyers, great technology, and the better the wind, the better the fly.
Hey, well, that's true, as long as it doesn't carry anybody away.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we're really looking forward to it, Gene.
Thank you. It's going to be a great parade.
All right, thanks, Gene. All right, let's check your weather for you, because right now the temperature is about 40 degrees, but it's very breezy out. Bundle up tomorrow if you're coming out to watch the parade or just going to Grandma's house. 50 degrees for a high tomorrow, but there's a wind advisory in effect all day. Wind may gust to 50 miles an hour. We will have sunshine, though, for the parade. Increasing clouds on Friday, 51, a chance for rain Friday night. Then it's a sunny weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, with high temperatures in the 40s. That's it from 81st and Central Park West, where they're blowing up the balloons for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's the 71st. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Now back inside to you.
Janice, thank you.
To Janice. Tomorrow morning on Today in New York, preventing that holiday headache. Which products should you use to relieve the pain? Family, guests, and travel can only add to your holiday pressures. So find out how to enjoy the holidays without those stressful head and muscle aches.
do not head out to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade without watching Today in New York First. We will be your guide with live team coverage from the parade route with the latest on the crowd, the street closings, the traffic, and the weather. That's Thanksgiving morning on Today in New York.
It all begins at 5:30 in the morning, and that news hit for News Channel 411. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is next.
Actress Leah Thompson is among Jay's guests. Good night and have a happy, happy, happy Thanksgiving.
Start your holidays with gigantic balloons, the biggest bands, your favorite stars, and Old St. Nick. Join Katie Willard and Al for the 71st Annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on NBC.
NBC's telecast of the 71st Annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is being sponsored in part by Wrangler Real Comfortable Jeans, by World of Food, from the makers of Tiger Electronics Learning Aids, by Ocean Spray. Thirsty for something real? Try the refreshingly honest taste of Ocean Spray juice drinks. And by Cotton Incorporated, who wishes you and your family peace and joy in the holiday season. Cotton, the fabric of our lives. The spectacle is underway. Coming up, country star Wynonna, plus Mary Lou Henner in the number from Chicago, when Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade continues live here on NBC.
Morning.
You just saw it from the air. The excitement in Herald Square is indeed mile high. What's a good word uptown, Al?
Well, Katie, I tell you, the feeling really is hard to put into words. But if there was one picture to put those feelings into words, it would be the faces of all the kids that's lining this parade route. That's the headline for every Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. 2.5 million kids of all ages lining the 2.5-mile parade route. Some arrive before dawn, another 45 million watching at home. And that's what makes the bands play their hearts out. It's what makes our Macy's volunteers take the crash course in clowning on balloon holding. And that's why Macy's goes that extra mile in making sure you enjoy the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. Speaking of going an extra mile, I'm with a woman who has been called the most complete and gifted female singer of her generation. And we're not just talking country music. Ladies and gentlemen, the lady who's known by just one name, Wynonna. Wynonna, how you doing?
I love a parade.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, is this your first Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade?
Yes, it is. It was my first. It is my first, and I'm honored to be here because all my life I've watched this in the background during my Thanksgiving at home. So it feels kind of weird being here.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be on my own float. What an American dream that is.
And you've got a new CD out.
Yes, I do. Thank God.
What's it called?
It's called The Other Side because that's what the Judd women represent. Is if you have faith, you can make it to the other side.
So Thanksgiving gives you something to really be thankful for.
I'm thankful for a lot. To be alive. My mother's a medical miracle. My sisters are doing good. I'm here today because of the children, though. I have to admit that my heart is turned towards the idea that there is promise because of the children. So that's why I came.
All right. Well, Winona, thank you very much. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. What are you going to do for Thanksgiving today?
Not a stinking thing.
That's pretty good. You're going to be joining us later.
Practicing my way.
That's right. You're going to be joining us later to sing in the parade. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank
Continued
you.
success.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving. All right, and Katie Willard, uptown, the buzz is that you've got 2 great seats on the aisle. What's happening?
Thank you, Al. Wynonna. I love it. I like just saying her name, Wynonna. Well, we've got only one of the town's hottest shows, the Fosse, Cantor, and Ebb hit musical Chicago, titled off awards this year. It's based on an actual razzle-dazzle 20s murder case, and two of the stars, Mary Lou Henner and James Naughton, are here with one of the musical showstoppers.
Ladies and gentlemen, directly from the Schubert Theater, and for Helen Thomas in particular, we present Chicago's Mr. Billy Flynn singing the press conference rag. Notice how his mouth never moves. Almost. He's almost.
Mississippi, very wealthy. 60 under.
But she was granted one more start.
Nothing of the Sacred Heart.
And it was. Wind gusts of 40.
On NBC.
It adds that all-important element of suspense. You see, as much as everyone loves seeing these big balloons, they take giddy delight in the prospect of seeing one of them pop.
Poor Garfield's got his tail between his legs this morning. Well, the view is...
Peter Rabbit dodged street lamp.
Balloon are 6 daytime drama's most popular stars. You stop, I haven't got to you yet. We've got Christian Alfonso and Joseph Mascullo from Days of Our Lives, from Another World, the always dangerous Linda Dano and Joseph Barbara, and from Sunset Beach, Clive Robertson and Susan Ward. Okay, you guys, you're on this 24-foot octopus. It's trying to strangle a submarine. Anything like this ever happen to you in your
All of us. We've all almost drowned. Yeah, I fell through a skylight.
I've been shot. I've been shot.
You fell from a pier.
Right. Wow. We've all been shot.
Which is absolutely nothing because I've died 9 times.
9 times?
No, I think it's more like 20.
I have more lives.
Stefano doesn't dance.
No,
Never.
not allowed to die. People think so, but no, walks through fire, oceans, cars, airplanes.
I'm dying here.
Yeah, you are.
I'm trying to get a word in and I'm dying.
Jump in.
Fall off that roof. Land on this street.
How are you guys spending? Hello? How are you spending Thanksgiving? How are you spending Thanksgiving?
Eating my turkey in Connecticut with Mom and Dad.
I'm spending it with my family and my son.
Going to Florida with my family.
Going to New Jersey with my family.
Right here.
Here with friends.
That's it. All you guys a safe voyage.
You too.
And stay warm up there.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanksgiving. And up here at 77 in Central Park West, you can see Peter Rabbit has just come around the corner. They're keeping the balloons low this year because of the wind, so they're keeping them low to try to minimize the chance of them getting caught up and blown all over the place. You can hear behind me the marching Rockets from Central Miami High School. In a couple of hours, all these volunteers are going to be taking over their time, get rid of the balloons, and try to enjoy their Thanksgiving. But the year's fun is just getting started. Willard and Katie, what's the action down in Herald Square?
It gets better and better. Love those rabbits, those Wascoey rabbits.
The handlers were told to keep the balloons close to the ground because of the wind, instead of the usual height of 2 to 3 stories up. But the wind still took over.
Wind plays an important role in this parade.
annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That next year, a win threshold was set.
We're just getting warmed up. Watch the Pink Panther, Rugrats, and other giant balloons make their way down Broadway when Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returns on NBC.
High winds had posed problems for the handlers from the start, and parade officials were watching.
And I said, you know, that
miles an hour buffeted the giant parade,
pushing the giant balloons all over. Many.
Wind buffeted the quick bunny, and trees poked at its...
But he's about to become the longest balloon in the parade, 78 feet. The Macy's inflation crew covers our superhero from head to toe in netting, and that's so they can keep him grounded while they pump him up. And here's how that heap of fabric turns into a hunky hero. First, the Macy's team pumps helium into his chest and hips. Next is thighs if you can. Then into his head and arms, and then 8,300 cubic feet of helium later, voila! Spider-Man is all set for action. But he's going to be lying low until he flies down Broadway on Thanksgiving morning as Macy's Parade's official Give us the latest of the scene uptown. This is a micro.
The scene uptown is great. Most of the floats we still have a number of floats still to get through here. And again, the sight of the kids and the adults of all ages watching this parade, just fabulous. Again, the wind, a big factor, blowing all the confetti around, you can see. But we're anchored right here. I'm not going anywhere. We'll have more of the 71st Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade after this. Don't go away.
More Broadway shows performed, plus the world-famous Radio City Rockettes, when Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returns on NBC.
Installed to prevent a repeat of last Thanksgiving's parade accident in which fierce winds
avoid mistakes of holidays past.
I read that story to my kids, and here they are today at the parade watching this float.
Bone-chilling high winds whipped down New York City's famed Great White Way.
And in 1975,
By now, the wind had picked up, and they...
Throughout the day, balloon handlers struggled with gusting winds. So did the Pink Panther. Strong winds made its way through the concrete canyons this
The parade is now working its way around Columbus Circle. Up here at 77th and Central Park West, the Trumbull High School marching band moving through. The winds are gusting at over 35 miles per hour out of the northwest. Even though the temperature is in the 50s, the wind chills make it feel like it's in the 20s, but nobody's leaving. Everybody is staying because this is the biggest parade of the year. We're having a great time, and of course, now a lot more is going down at Herald Square, so let's head down to Katie Couric and Willard Scott.
oh, the poor Pink Panther. Police had to cut his tail off to keep him under control.
Town is great. Most of the floats we still have a number of floats still to get through here. And again, the sight of the kids and the adults of all ages watching this parade, just fabulous. Again, the wind, a big factor, blowing all the confetti around, you can see. But we're anchored right here. I'm not going anywhere. We'll have more of the 71st Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade after this. Don't go away.
More Broadway shows performed, plus the world-famous Radio City Rockettes, when Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returns on NBC.
Am I a monkey? You could zoom in, zoom out, change angles. Go anywhere you want to go, do anything you want to do. Here we go! This place is really sweet. Whoa, I'm out of here.
Change the system. ABC.
On December 19th,
Iceberg, right ahead!
nothing can prepare you for Titanic.
I won't let go.
20th Century Fox and Paramount Pictures present Leonardo DiCaprio,
We have to stay on the ship as long as possible.
Kate Winslet,
You jump high, jump right.
from James Cameron, director of T2 and True Lies.
This is it.
Titanic, rated PG-13, starts Friday, December 19th at theaters everywhere.
Here comes Elmo's Radio Control Railroad. So easy and fun for even the littlest engineer. Press the button and the train starts chugging. Press it again to go in reverse. Gotta load up the cargo and deliver it to the snack stand.
I did it!
It's a real radio control train with real train sounds too.
You're a great engineer.
Elmo's Radio Control Railroad. Start your kids off on the right track with Tyco.
Stocking is one of my things I like to do here at Walmart. I like to organize things so they look perfect. I have a system which just basically is I do everything one step at a time. It's like building a pyramid. It looks neat. People like attractive things. And, you know, eventually you get your finished product.
Everyday low prices keep our associates busy all year. The holidays mean they'll just be a little busier.
Looks like a big day for us Big Macs. Yeah? We're 2 for $2. Gosh, I hope it doesn't mean a slow day for you.
Well, big guy, us quarter pounders with cheese are 2 for $2 too.
But we're quintessential.
We're quintessential too, and proud of it.
2 Big Macs for $2, or 2 quarter pounders with cheese for $2, or mix and match. Only at McDonald's.
Hey, they can get one of you and one of me for $2.
This could be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Maybe.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
The aardvark, whose left arm deflated.
morning, battling strong winds, but delighting the crowds nonetheless.
What balloon is your favorite here?
King Panther.
Why?
Because I like because he has 2 buttons in his underwear.
Those that made it to this parade were flown closer to the ground for better control.
The close attention to
others, like the Nestle's Quick Bunny, were also a bit disheveled.
The close attention to
others, like the Nestle's Quick Bunny, were also a bit disheveled.
Very brave.
It was a parade organizer's nightmare. Bone-chilling high winds whipping down New York City's famed White Way, pushing and pulling the giant balloons and their handlers.
Eventually deflating one of them.
We're struggling here because it's hard. It's a heavy balloon.
I work for home health care, and I take care of elderly people who are unable to leave their homes. At Christmas time, my patients need a lot of extra help. With Ada, for example, I'll sit down and make out a list with her. The first place that comes to mind for either of us is Walmart. Gifts, decorations, perfume. She really enjoys Walmart because of the prices, and it's inexpensive and within her budget. Sometimes I feel like Santa's little helper. I couldn't possibly do it without Walmart.
Check this out. Whoa! What am I, a monkey? You could zoom in, zoom out, change angles. Go anywhere you want to go, do anything you want to do. Here we go! This place is really sweet. Whoa, I'm out of here.
Change the system. ABC.
Very brave.
It was a parade organizer's nightmare. Bone-chilling high winds whipping down New York City's famed White Way, pushing and pulling the giant balloons and their handlers.
Sleep quick, Bunny. Lost it here.
Deflated.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, New York.
Eventually deflating one of them.
We're struggling here because it's hard. It's a heavy balloon.
The job was still difficult, though, for those double-teamed on each line.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is seconds away from Herald Square. Balloons and bands, stars and floats, up close and personal, right here on NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment is here. Now entering Herald Square, the 1997 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That's right, leading the parade into Herald Square, of course, is Macy's own Gene McFadden. This is Gene's 21st Macy's Parade.
You know, it was just a warm-up. We're going to look for more already. He's going to have a great scene.
And she is flanked by parade officials Joe D'Onofrio and Brad Bell.
They're my friends. And as always, Katie, sirens that you hear in the background announcing arrival as the NYPD Motorcycle Brigade escorts officials through a gift-giving journey, blizzards of confetti, and cavalcade of clowns. What a sight this is.
And once again, Willard, there's the jumbo ice cream cone, the traditional Macy's stars, and enough clowns to put a grin on any Grinch's face. Dazzle we got, Willard.
You got that, Katie.
Delight of millions of spectators, reporter Pauline Lou was one of them.
Coma for weeks, and after that, they set up some new rules.
You got to see it in person. It's a lot more fun.
You got to do it at least once.
We want to see at least one of the floats hit a building.
And so they would brace themselves, you know, really hunker down, and then the guy would give a series of short whistles, and they would run with the balloon.
Back in 1997,
A parade. Eyewitness News has the exclusive videotape. A giant balloon crashes into a streetlight. One woman is in critical condition.
as handlers struggled to bring the balloon under control.
They were bringing the balloon across, but the Cat in the Hat balloon's really large, and as it swung over, I think it was like the top of the hat that hit the extension post with the lamp, and it pushed so hard that it just snapped it off, and it spun it into the crowd.
4 people were hit by the flying debris.
It all happened very quickly. Snapped, and people screamed, and then everyone looked down and people were lying on the ground.
It was a huge piece of metal. It missed me by a foot, at the most, only because I got out of the way.
Parade officials tried to take precautions.
Serious head injuries. For dozens of others, it was a frighteningly close call.
First thing I did was cover my head and try to move out of the way, but it hit me on my foot, just a little piece of it.
Throughout the parade,
first thing I did was cover my head and try to move out of the way, but it hit me on my foot.
That chunk of streetlight injured 4 people, 2 of them seriously.
ambulances rushed Janet Keating and Jay Aykroyd of Manhattan. Emergency workers rushed 3 women and 1 man to hospitals after the... What was supposed to be a festive event to a lamppost at 72nd Street and Central Park West, knocking off an iron light section which fell onto the crowd below.
Hit right into the light post 4.5 foot sheet, light post fell right down. Dr. Seuss Bloom went out of control.
The arm landed about 10 feet in back of us on top of all the people. You just heard a lot of people yelling and screaming and, you know, a lot of commotion at that point in time.
What was supposed to be a festive event turned into a shocking nightmare for spectators along the parade route.
1, 2, 3.
Emergency workers rushed 3 women and 1 man to hospitals after the Manhattan to the hospital, where they were treated for bruises and released.
Huge wind gust came down, hit that light post right on top, sprung a big leak. A big chunk about 4 feet long fell right down into the crowd.
Anyone who was injured saw it coming. It was an unfortunate accident, but sort of expected it the way everything was coming down.
About a half hour before this happened, a balloon hit that thing and bent it again, just like it did last year. And then sure enough, right when it happened, all of a sudden there was enough of a wind that it pushed it in and snapped it right off, and down it came. It was an accident waiting to happen.
Well, we look great.
Hey, they edited it. This is getting edited.
Instead of standing tall in the air, the gigantic helium balloon struggled through the high winds.
I love a parade and all the rat-a-tat, the banner.
Hey, Willard, it's a wonderful kind of day. More than 18 million readers know and love Arthur, including my little girls, Ellie and Carrie. I hope you're watching. Mark Brown created our lovable aardvark, the first of 4 new giant balloons this year. He's all about the challenges of childhood. He's big, Willard, 68 feet tall. We figure that's the combined height of about 17 of his 3rd grade buddies.
I was that way when I was in school. The biggest thing was that's the building. And how about those sneakers? They're bigger than Shock and Michael Jordan standing end to end. Arthur's furnished by Little Brown, Children's Publishing, and has his own animated series on PBS.
Willard, can you guess his favorite food?
No, but I can see it right here on the strip. It's all over the pages. Cheeseburger, chocolate cake, pizza, which explains why it took fabric that length of 8 football fields just to create Arthur.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Big Bird, when the feast continues live here on NBC.
The more than 1,000 volunteer balloon handlers had their work cut out for them as they tried to steer dozens of balloons down Broadway without losing control.
And the Pink Panther, who came close to engulfing a bunch of spectators and had to be subdued with the help of New York's finest.
Going on. The Pink Panther is having a seizure out here. It's all pretty exciting. Now, a little later on, we're going to be pestering some musicians and one of our great Thanksgiving memories. We've got a complete Thanksgiving.
Elmo, how do you follow the real Big Bird? With the Big Bird balloon, of course. The bouncing balloons tell it all. A, he's amazing. B, he's a blockbuster. C, he's colossal. Now that's what I call a Big Bird. He's furnished by the people at Children's Television Workshops. Your good friends, Elmo.
Yeah.
Going strong after 29 years and 64 Emmys.
Yeah, and not only that, they still take baths with their rubber duckies.
Thanks, Elmo. You're so great. Will you come visit us again next year?
Oh, sure. If Katie and Willie and I promise to take baths with the rubber duckies.
As long as we don't have to do it together, and stop biting my microphone, Elmo. Are you hungry or something?
Yes, Elmo's hungry. It was fun.
We'll be right back.
Look at the balloon.
Kind of the teaming.
Screams as high winds caused some balloons to careen out of control and into crowds during Macy's 71st annual Thanksgiving parade.
waddling their way down the garden walkway. 2 adorable, recently hatched ducklings. There they are.
I've always wanted to do this. This is my first time, so I'm really enjoying it.
Whoops, that's Pink Panther.
Have rescued him already.
They have?
Yeah, he's down already, rescued, safely tucked away for next year.
But the spirit of the season was still there.
How many? Lots of turkey tonight, lots of cardio. Happy Thanksgiving!
And the kids seemed to like having their favorite characters on almost eye level as they eagerly awaited
one of my favorite things, Al and Katie, is making his 14th appearance in the city that never sleeps. Here's the only kitty that only sleeps. America's favorite fat cat, Garfield. I love him. And I'm telling you, we're the same stripes, I think, when it comes to hobbies, Katie.
And they would be, Willard?
Well, you know, eating and taking a brisk nap, of course, then eating and taking another brisk nap. And, you know, anyway, he's Paws Incorporated, so let's pause for Garfield.
He's actually a bit of a bobcat because he had some tail problems early on. Garfield gobbles up 19,000 cubic feet of helium, more than any other balloon in the parade. And when he's finished lunching on lasagna, this Garfield needs a space the size of 6 kitchens in order to stretch and snooze. How's his weight this year, Willard?
Oh, holding at 400 pounds. And I believe, judging by that 20-foot wide grin, I'd say this chilled-out Cheshire thinks that's just perfect.
We've had characters fly, float, bicycle, surf, hop, and waddle their way into Herald Square.
You and I do that.
That's right. This is new. The first to wiggle and jiggle down Broadway. It's the World of Wiggle Balloon.
Ooh, which is a combination of a float and a balloon, right?
You got that right, Macy. Remember, it's greatest. I mean, a combination that is, just like Katie said, float and a balloon. It doesn't fly because it's full of cold air. This colorful, mouth-watering, glittering castle is furnished by KTLA, which is celebrating its 100th year. Happy birthday, and I see why this is so delicious to describe.
On top of the Wiggle world, television and home video stars Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Just below the signing choir, children around the world, under the direction of Kelly Caruso, perform Give a Little Love.
Living in this crazy world, so caught up in the confusion, nothing is made.
Appears to keep the remaining balloons, including Spider-Man, as low to the ground as possible to avoid any more repeats of the terror that made this Thanksgiving Day parade one that...
In 1997, 4 people were hurt when the Cat in the Hat balloon whipped around and...
And quiet acts of kindness and sharing.
The Cat in the Hat made it to the end of the parade, although with his hat in tatters.
The accident was reminiscent of one in 1997 when a balloon toppled a lamppost and injured 4 people, including a woman.
Above 23 miles per hour or gusts of 30.
Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat banged its red and white striped hat into a lamppost on 72nd Street, causing part of the lamppost to fall into the crowd.
Looks like he's gonna fall on top of us.
In 1997, strong winds blew this Cat in the Hat balloon into a street lamp,
Debris from that lamp struck a young woman.
4 miles per hour.
They're just fighting with Spider-Man.
Oh.
Grazing on green leafy vegetables from Mr. M's garden. Still, he weighs in at 400 pudgy pounds.
But nonetheless dapper, Katie, in his natty blue jacket, sheep Hafford handkerchief, and slippers. Incidentally, on January 31st, a new World of Peter Rabbit exhibit opens at the Liberty Science Center, New Jersey. We all get to step into Mr. McGregor's garden for a rabbit's eye view of the world, plus enchanting sights and characters from Beatrix Potter's other tales. And joining us for the 7th year, our storybook pals from the magical world of Mother Goose. This time with music from Jewel and the Gems' Ruby Red album. Debbie Gibson singing Only in My Dreams.
It's gonna take us back been ground. It feels like I'm tumbling down. Can a girl be lost without her man? See in the night in dreamland. It's gonna get you back some way somehow. It's gonna take you back now.
Coming up, Kathy Rigby, Days of Our Lives star Christian Alfonso, and that cat about town, the Pink Panther. The celebration continues on NBC.
Parade route today. Wait till you see what went wrong.
And look at this.
Millions watch a Thanksgiving tradition, but gusty winds make for a mess at the Macy's parade.
Beyond the accident site, other balloons were also having trouble. Some of them didn't make it down the 2.5-mile route to Herald Square.
Following in the wake of the submarine was nothing but an inner tube and 20 size 20 shorts, 20 feet that is. He's never cold, but he's the ever cool Pink Panther furnished by MGM, but he had some problems earlier, right, Katie?
That's right. We have the Pink Panther thanks to the wonders of videotape, because apparently the wind was a little rough on this cat.
Oh, yeah. He was created by animator Friz Freleng, and he became, thanks to Blake Edwards, a movie idol 33 years ago.
I love him, too. And listen, we have our famous bachelor in Tinseltown's biggest party animal. When they yell, everybody in the pool, Pink Panther is right there. It's 78 feet long, and he's the length of 3 Beverly Hills swimming pools. I'll tell you that. His tail's longer than 8 diving pools. Did you know that? All glued together.
Of course, every big star has handlers, and Pink Panther has 40 of them. All Macy's volunteers giving this cool cat the star treatment he deserves, and these balloon handlers have a lot to handle today.
That's a big tail on that thing. Ahoy, mateys! 100 knots ahead. Give or take a knot. Hey, it's Peter Pan's pirate ship, furnished by beautiful, beautiful, sweet...
NBC's telecast of the 71st Annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is being sponsored in part by Cotton Incorporated, who wishes you and your family peace and joy in the holiday season. Cotton, the fabric of our lives. Still to March, Wynonna, Backstreet Boys, plus more musical numbers from Broadway. Stay with us live here on NBC.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about to turn back the clock as 20th Century Fox furnishes us with a stunning float, recreating the glittering domes of St. Petersburg, Russia. The animated film Anastasia is a magical mix of adventure, romance, action, and music. In this scene, there's talk that Tsar Nicholas's daughter, the Princess Anastasia, is still alive. Let's listen as our talented players spread the rumor in St. Petersburg.
Is gloomy.
St. Petersburg is bleak.
My underwear got frozen standing here all week.
Oh, since the revolution, our lives have been so gray. Thank goodness for the gossip that gets us through the day. Hey, have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg. Have you heard what they're saying on the street?
Although the Tsar did not survive, one daughter may be still alive.
The Princess Anastasia.
Please do not repeat.
Have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg. Have you heard what they're saying on the street? Hey! 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 Have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg. Have you heard? So friends, what do you suppose? A fascinating mystery.
The biggest con in history.
The Princess
Truly a gorgeous sight, Katie. Anastasia is one of the world's most intriguing stories.
You're absolutely right about that, Willard. Now, here come the marching chiefs of Pinson Valley High School in Pinson, Alabama. For their first ever Macy's parade, this show band picks a show tune. Something familiar.
Something peculiar.
Okay, all right already. The famous opener from A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. Comedy Tonight.
Hey.
As for the new balloons this year, there were the Rugrats.
that's you, that clown right there, right? Looks like you.
They get better and better every year, these high school bands. Now listen, you watch, listen up, you know, marching to the beat of his own big, bass drum. Let's push it down, Sal. It's Quick Money, furnished by Nestle. Now that is some drum. Now tell you what, because of the wind today, we had to have Quick Money sort of, you know, recreated on videotape. And the sticks are 12 feet long up there. Our hip-hop hair has lots of experience. And this is his 10th Macy's Parade.
With his bright green uniform, gold epaulets, Quick Money embodies all the bands in the Macy's Parade. Of course, he's feeling a little under the weather today, but still marching proudly in our hearts.
I have some Nestle's chocolate right now.
That's right.
Well, maybe somebody will bring us.
Keeping him afloat is Captain Jennifer Gorin and her colorful band of 40 Macy's volunteers.
And listen, residents along the parade route could really pet Quick Money from a 7th floor window. That's how big. His hat alone is 2 stories high.
Or was 2 stories high.
It was.
I'm sure our dog catcher would rather deal with the...
Maybe that Nestle's has a little beer in it.
Look at He's fading fast.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
You think he isn't looking enough? Do you think he did some checking? It would take a dog groomer 140 hours to get Toby freed and ready for this parade.
Question, what makes Toby run? Well, an animator is actually hiding behind her rear leg. Yikes! He gets a signal by remote control, and that's how he operates this pedigree pup.
That's one brave animator.
Woo! Well, he's going to raise his leg, I think.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade continues with Tim McGraw and Barney, live here on NBC.
Well, Broadway's his beat today, but look who's gone, Hollywood. It's Barney himself on a float furnished by Polygram Films. The dynamic dino makes his debut on the silver screen this spring with his best buddies, Baby Bop and BJ. I know them well. Right now, let's listen to that super-de-duper superstar trio as they sing Imagine from the feature film Barney's Great Adventure, the movie.
Imagine, imagine, and you can be anything you choose. Imagine, imagine, just be sure you never lose the power to imagine you're a cuckoo clock.
Sure, I'm a cuckoo clock.
All day long you go tick-tock, tick-tock.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Close your eyes and wish real hard. Whoa, a cuckoo clock is what you are, that's right. Imagine you're a bird that flies.
Hey, I'm a bird that flies.
Soaring high up through the sky.
Woo! Spread your wings and feel so free. Whee!
A bird is what you're bound to be.
Imagine, imagine, and you can be anything you choose. Imagine, imagine, just be sure you never lose the power to imagine you're an elephant. I'm a giant elephant.
Carrying a big long trunk.
It's with me everywhere I go.
Whoa! Who's to say it isn't so?
Imagine, imagine, and life becomes a wonderful surprise. Imagine, imagine, and dreams appear before your eyes.
We love Barney.
Yes, we do.
Well, here's another group we love. The folks in Allen, Texas are well fed thanks to the Allen Eagle Escadrille. To earn money for their trip, the band sold candy, cookies, cheese, chili, and sausage. For their first appearance at Macy's Parade, director Craig Logan and his marching band take us deep in the heart of Texas.
Okay, boy.
Let's use some of that chili.
Let's move it on down there.
At the Cotton Bowl at the inauguration of Texas Governor George W. Bush and our state marching champions. And the Allen Eagle Escadrille were certainly champs here today. Trying to get into the act, that prehistoric purple people pleaser, the balloon Barney. This stupendous balloon is furnished by the folks at Lyric Studios.
Now, of course, unfortunately, Barney had to succumb to the winds as well. This is on tape. Balloon Barney's fourth great adventure down Broadway. So this five-time Emmy winner's an old friend by now. 200 million years old, to be exact.
Do you guys know where Barney lives?
Well, I heard after he wrapped up the film, he bought a pad in Malibu.
Oh, tell him, Al.
Barney lives in your imagination.
Oh, I knew that. You think I've done it.
You know, all the balloons that are vertical are the ones that have had the most trouble with the winds, and that's why we've had those problems.
The westward hoe float is rolling down the trail, and aboard the Conestoga wagon, country recording artist Tim McGraw. Tim may be traveling coach, but this musical superstar is first class all the way. Woo! Woohoo! Let's listen as Tim takes us where the green grass grows.
Thank you, man.
Tail lights, red ants marching into the night. They disappear to the left and
The four were hurt when the Cat in the Hat balloon careened into a lamppost.
Look, Alice. You like the parade? What? Alice, look.
News Radio's Vicki Lewis, the balloon debut of Rugrats, and pretty soon, Santa, when the parade of parades marches on.
And we are back with stars and clowns galore, including two right here in the booth with me. Stars, that is,
thank you.
Clowns, too. My favorite weather wizards, Willard Scott and Al Roker.
Well, thank you, Katie Couric.
Don't forget one time I used to wear the makeup and do the...
That's right. You were the original Ronald McDonald.
I was?
Yes, you were. But actually, there's a typhoon about to stir things up in Herald Square. The Jones County Junior College Maroon Typhoon. Ellis, Mississippi is where this high-energy band flew in from under the direction of Sammy Elbar. Here they are with Free, Just Like the Wind.
Even though the wind managed to deflate some balloons, the parade goers here remained pumped up.
All right, we'll take a look at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade's first three-character balloon. From creators Arlene Klasky, Gabor Chupo, and Paul Germain, meet the Rugrats. Tommy Pickles, the adventurous leader, his best friend Scaredy Cat, Chucky, and along for the ride, their faithful pal, Spike. Rugrats balloon is furnished by Nickelodeon.
We're told that 2,000 yards of fabric went into bringing this trio to life. Enough material to outfit the members of two of today's marching bands or me and Willard.
The world of Rugrats is about life from a baby's point of view, from the knees up. Tommy's slogan is, a baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do.
That's right, Pilgrim. And that doom and gloomer, Chucky says, when all else fails, cry. That works for me. And Spike, well, just like your own doggy, he can't talk, but he does take the Rugrats on some big-time adventures on Nickelodeon's popular series.
Just like he did today.
That's Seuss, a terrific Cat in the Hat, and party time at the hit Broadway musical Smokey Joe's Cafe. You're invited. The address is right here on NBC.
Welcome back, everybody, to the greatest parade on earth. The big birthday bash is on the Party Time float, furnished by Haynes Hosiery. It celebrates Haynes' 96th year with a giant birthday cake.
Those Memphis kids are direct, and it's a good time to recognize the captain, Macy's Mike D'Angelo. Each of our 13 bands is an employee volunteer captain who acts as a host while the group is in New York.
That's right. And you know what, you guys, all revved up and raring to go on a silly Seuss-mobile. It's that classic Dr. Seuss creation, the Cat in the Hat. But the cat kind of lost his hat earlier, so we're bringing this to you thanks to the wonders, once again, of videotape, furnished by Random House Children's Publishing. Not the videotape,
no,
the balloon.
The balloon, absolutely. What a hat this is. Taller than 2 Christmas trees. Cat's a spiffy one with his 16-foot bow tie, an armful of books, and that famous umbrella, although nobody ever rains on this character's parade.
Author Ted Geisel, a.k.a. Dr. Seuss, accepted a challenge when he created the Cat in the Hat to write a story using only 225 words from a first-grade word list. Well, he wrote it with 223.
Yeah, well, Zucker hired him, I guarantee you that. And indefinitely less is more in the case of the good doctor's kid-sized masterpiece. The Caprice's cat is celebrating his 40th birthday this year. How about that?
Winona sings and Spider-Man webs his way down Broadway when the parade passes by here on NBC.
Okay, that's actually GMC. Thank you. The float celebrates America's promise, the Alliance for Youth. Its chairman is General Colin Powell. Its goal to reach 2 million young people by the year 2000 to ensure their American dreams.
Center stage is country star Wynonna, surrounded by...
Say again.
Wynonna!
Yeah!
Surrounded by 50 members of the Boys and Girls Club of Newark. Wynonna shares the message in song with Change the World. Hit it, honey. Right now, getting a hero's welcome as he webs his way down Broadway is the parade's official superhero, Spider-Man. The tall, but usually tall, dark mystery man is furnished by Marvel Entertainment Group Incorporated on his 35th anniversary. Another milestone, the creative force behind Spider-Man, Stan Lee, turns 75 next month. So happy birthday, Stan.
25 more years in your mind, guy. You know the story, Katie. Peter Parker is a student and photographer who gets bitten by a radioactive spider and becomes Spider-Man and catches bad guys by sort of getting his web around from his wrist.
At 78 feet in length, Spider-Man is the longest balloon in the parade. He's the length of a Learjet and quite a hunk, I must say.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm feeling a little verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves.
Eat your chili, Katie.
John Tesh and the Broadway cast of Forever Tango. Next in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Anthony, who plays a real-life murderer called Cape Man in the Paul Simon musical, appeared on the Big Apple float. A lot of people were in an uproar over his attendance.
It's an orange with
on Central Park West at 72nd Street, just a few blocks from where the parade began. It knocked off the heavy light section, which fell into the big crowd along the sidewalk. The two most seriously injured were taken to St. Luke's Hospital with head injuries. 32-year-old Kathy Corona of Manhattan is listed in critical condition tonight. 44-year-old Maria Clarhesi of Pearl River is listed in stable condition.
just told again, tofu turkeys. That's a big deal this year. Welcome back to Herald Square, where a group that defines teamwork is lined up and ready to go. Jimmy Sanford and Carrie Portero staged this number for the Universal Cheerleaders Association. They are the greatest. 600 high school cheerleaders, captains also from all 50 states and the Panama Canal.
The Universal Cheerleaders Association is furnished by Mike Miller and Associates. Now let's watch these all-American kids hit one out of the park with their dazzling salute to America's favorite pastime.
You were a cheerleader once. Play ball!
Aren't they incredible? These 600 cheerleader captains rehearsed 5 consecutive days before the parade. Believe it or not, inside a hotel.
Wow. I can imagine room service loves to hear from all 600 of them. That's a group.
With energy to spare, it's our kids aboard the pep rally, folks, cheering up a crowd already full of holiday spirit.
This is the first, guys. Take a look at the first Scandinavian character to appear in Macy's parade. He's all the rage in Scandinavia. Now get ready, America. It's Bumpy, or as we know him, Bumpy.
Bumpy?
That round, red, capricious cow from Swedish designer Bink Lindbergh. Bumpy is furnished by Candy Play.
Yeah, sure, you betcha, Katie, you sweetness. At 55 feet high and 33 feet wide, it would take a dozen farmers to milk 50. But that's utterly... Sorry about that. Because Bumpy is a he cow. That means he's a bull.
I hear some other things readers of Bumpy books know. He's Laplandic and doesn't speak. Bumpy thinks, imagines, and dreams.
You know what he dreams about?
What's that?
She cow. Where's my next line?
He looks good in the fjord.
Yeah, certainly. He looked good in the Chevrolet. Hey, to earn money for their trip to New York, the Bonacci Half Tool Marauder Band sold their hometown 42,000 tamales.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Hey, that's the new in Death by Salsa. At this Porterfield, California.
gusts up to 50 miles an hour at times.
Monachi High School group, as with all the bands, it takes months of hard work to accomplish what you just saw. The school is involved, the town, buses, trucks, chaperones. More than 50 people make it happen for the 302 marching marauders out there in Herald Square. It's a huge project, and I think we all agree we're glad they really undertake it.
Absolutely. Great job.
What a thrill for them, you know, to be in. This is their great moment. It is marvelous.
And you know, guys, a rainbow bridge connects the continents on a united world furnished by United Airlines, celebrating the spirit, television personality, and musical star John Tesh. There's no in-flight movie, but there's live Latin entertainment as John performs Spanish steps from his new CD with some suave moves from the Broadway cast of Louis Bravo's Forever Tango.
You know who is coming to town, plus big balloons, Dr. Seuss's Grinch, Eben Bear, and Miss Petula Pig. Head back for a jolly old parade here on NBC.
Police, a grand group indeed. Not too grand, but a four-alarm laugh riot. It's the Funny Firefighter Brigade, complete with the NBC sales department, a fire engine, a fire truck, and a smoking outhouse.
Yikes.
Yes.
Willard, a more formidable firefighter, is coming to the rescue, though. Harold the Fireman, a recreation balloon from half a century ago. Today, he salutes his heroes, members of the New York City Fire Department.
And stepping out in high style is the New York Police Department Marching Band under the direction of Tony Giorgio. The band plays, I have to say this, their arresting version of 42nd Street. And I should have bailed out on that one. This family doesn't seem to mind all the cold that we have to endure. It's Macy's first animated cold air inflatables, Mom, Dad, and Junior, returning aboard the Snow Family Holiday Float.
Trying to keep warm below the towering Snow Family is John McDonough, the all-new Captain Kangaroo. He's the first ever national ambassador for reading is fundamental. So listen up as the Captain, Mr. Green Jeans, and Joey the Kangaroo sing, "There's Nothing Like a Holiday."
Happy holidays! The city's buzzing with anticipation. You can hear the sound of laughter in the air. Everywhere you turn, there's celebration, and the neighbors have a friendly word to share. Oh, there's nothing like a holiday to make the season bright. There's nothing like a holiday to make it all seem right. There's nothing like a holiday to make a child smile and fill the world with magic for a while. Relax and put your feet up, you deserve it. Nobody has to go to work today. It smells like something's cooking in the kitchen, and the kids are busy having fun at play. Oh, there's nothing like a holiday to make the season bright. There's nothing like a holiday.
The famous Dr. Seuss story of how the Grinch stole Christmas, one of our personal favorites, only to have a change of heart, of course, is a holiday classic. The brand new Grinch balloon celebrates the book's 40th anniversary. The whole tale is represented right there on this fabulous balloon, furnished by Determined Productions. That infamous bad guy may have swiped the town's toys and decorations, but when the cynical Grinch saw he couldn't steal Whoville's holiday spirit, they say the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
It's a beautiful story. And that big blinking heart is still as big as it can be. When Ted Geisel created his disarming characters, he gave us voices that speak to all of us for all time. That Dr. Seuss legend lives on.
I don't see Max. Hey, the Funny Farm produce truck is heading our way. It's hauling a harvest of corn, pumpkins, and Grant Wood's famous farm duo, trucking down the parade with a family of scarecrows.
Willard and Al, you know, the story of a little calf who wants to fly like Santa's reindeer, and a little boy's need of a miracle are represented in the rustic Annabelle's Wish float, furnished by Novus Services. Annabelle's Wish benefits the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's also a new animated home video out this Christmas. Looks like Annabelle's ready to try her luck at flying. Just below, country superstar Randy Travis is set with a song from the soundtrack. Here's Randy Travis with Beth Nielsen Chapman and Friends Like Us.
Spring is on the hillside, and the sky's an easy blue. It's a perfect time for all those things that we both love to do.
Like taking walks and having talks, or staring at the stars, while slowly we discover what we want and who we are.
Seasons come and seasons go, and the world keeps rolling round. You got me and I've got you, and that's the sweetest thing we've found. It takes a little time to find a heart you really trust, but it'll take you to forever and make you friends like us. It'll take you to forever and make you friends like us.
When we return, Paddington, Broadway star Liz Calloway on the Macyland Express, and the man of the hour, Santa, sledding into Herald Square. Be there.
Jennifer! Did you like the parade? Huh? Was it good? The parade?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Go away.
The one with the Rugrats?
When you...
NBC's telecast of the 71st Annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is being sponsored in part by Cotton Incorporated, who wishes you and your family peace and joy in the holiday season. Cotton, the fabric of our lives.
And thank you, Don Pardo. He is. We love you, Don.
We love
We're
Don.
back, and we're right on track, ladies and gentlemen, direct from the North Pole, chugging into Herald Square with bells, whistles, and puffs of steam. It's the Macyland Express and Coal Car, an amazing recreation of an authentic locomotive. Pulled the coal car, clamoring with kids and engineers, candy and gifts at 20 Macy's Be a Star winners, furnished by Oshkosh Bagosh. I wonder if they're related to Bumpik. The Express sends a signal loud and clear. The holidays are here. The time for Broadway star Liz Calloway to sing about Macy's Santa Claus Adventure.
Here's the news from Herald Square. There's a magical world to explore and to share. Get your ticket, hear that train whistle whine. All aboard, you've been waiting at the end of the line. Gotta go see dreams to build upon, and miracle is on. And
gentlemen, this is a bulletin from the Macy's newsroom. Santa's sleigh is on an approach. The time is right. He's circling Newark Field right now, and the holiday tunes to set the stage. Missouri, the show me state, sends us the Marching Colts from Chesterfield, Missouri, and they're up and they're ready with the ultimate play-on music for St. Nick. Under the direction of Parkway Central High's Doug Hooper, who makes a heck of a vacuum cleaner. Let's jingle his bells. Woo!
Reveal the crowning moment in a parade that has been nothing less than spectacular. Letting into Herald Square, it's the main man himself, Santa Claus, the Grand Marshal of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And what a spectacular performance. And this crowd is loving every single second of it.
I don't know about you guys, but each year there's one moment where the holiday spirit starts up. This is it for me.
And you guys, take a look at his sleigh. It's fantastic. It's shaped like a snow goose. There we go. And look at those children dressed as canes and gifts and gnomes. They've got to be the envy of every child watching.
Those reindeer are dashing, hand-sculpted, tall enough to peek into any kid's upstairs bedroom window.
And you know Santa's main message is one simple four-letter word, L-O-V-E. I'll say it again. The miracle on 34th Street continues. What a show.
The reindeer, Santa Claus, I'd say the holidays are officially here.
And it's always a holiday working with you. Are you Al or Katie? I've got something cold out here. I forgot.
Oh, Willard, quit it some more. It's obvious the three of us have had a fantastic time. We hope all of you out there did as well.
I'm telling you, I'm starting to get confetti withdrawal already.
Well, we'll do it at another 364 days. We'd like to thank, obviously, Macy's, NBC, and all of you for watching the parade. Our very best wishes for the holidays and for an outstanding 1998.
Where's my turkey?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
See you next time. Thanks for watching.
I'm not leaving this spot. I'm going to stay till next year. I want to do the show again.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays from Macy's and NBC. This is Don Pardo speaking.